Hello.
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 Hi there.
Hello.
Hello there.
Well, viewer, you might have noticed we're dressed as American tourists from the 1970s.
I watched Midnight Cowboy last night, so
You watched Midnight Cowboy last night, and the day before you purchased some ostrich skin cowboy boots.
some Tony Lamas.
I think these. What does it say? These? Who does it say made these?
Brunello Cucinelli.
No.
What's it say? What's it say?
Does
It doesn't. It doesn't say.
Oh, well, anyway, they must have been made
Yeah,
from.
unsigned.
They must be obviously rare.
Bespoke.
I've had these since 1990, I think.
That's very good. There's a lizard out there missing a pair of cowboy boots.
Yes, poor thing. But anyway, we were expecting Paul Feig this evening, and this is probably why we've adopted national dress for the Americas, circa 1970. But in his absence, we will try the Hoyo de Monterey, Le Hoyo Gourmet, Le Hoyo du Gourmet.
Hoyo, la hoyo, hoyo.
Holly. This is a fine cigar. But
So you bought these in Davidoff when? 2014, it's I think on the back.
yeah, but I think. Ooh.
We dated their
January
January 99.
we're just about to do the unboxing, which I understand is very popular on Her Majesty's Internet.
Might need a bit of
So ready, steady,
some
unbox.
leverage. Ooh.
Ooh!
That's the Cuban squeak. Look at that. All original, untouched.
Untouched since the 1990s. January 1999 to be precise.
Unbanded.
That is beautiful. That is gorgeous. Freddie, will you take a few still photographs of that as well, please?
That's very good.
Look at that.
Remove the bundle with the
Yes, that's good.
tissue paper.
I think it sort of smells a bit musty from having been in the cellar. Oh, not too bad.
Smell.
Smell.
They're a bit musty.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, would you
Well, I suppose they have been in there for a little while.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's
But
see.
I mean, we should take after our dear friend Mr. Allison and make a walk-in humidor.
Yes, Mummy would love that. Your mother, my wife,
Yeah.
would be absolutely delighted.
My mother, my
I mean, this view,
grandmother's daughter.
yes, this viewer, this is such a great, this is a moment.
Ooh,
Oh,
look at that. That's proper stuff.
I think the mustiness is dissipating.
So it's the gauge is a 33.
Yes,
The length is
extensive,
170.
170, so it's slightly over 6 inches in the imperial measurement
Yep.
system.
Yeah. And
Oh, viewer, this is heaven on a stick.
it's proper stuff, isn't it?
Yeah, this is. Okay, let me just.
Wait. Are we going to do this?
Why don't you?
Do you want me to
why-
You should smoke the one that's been in contact with the ribbon.
So that way we get the notch.
Yeah, the notch. You want
I
the
love
notch.
the notch. I love.
Oh,
the
you've
notch.
got a good notch there.
Ah, thank you.
Wow.
Look at that. That's
Wow.
proper 1990s.
Shall I have a notch?
That's
as
cool
well?
Britannia and everything.
Shall I have a notch?
Yes, please.
Thank you very much for this. It's kind. You know how much I love this stuff.
I know you do, and I know I do as well. Let me
Yeah.
use the Kirby Allison.
Look at that
oh,
notch. Look at that. Look at that
Look
notch.
at that notch. That's a notch. That's a notch that almost qualifies as a turning,
That's a real
a
thing.
corner. Now, how about this? Do you think this is
Don't
correct?
mess about. That's great. And what would Edward do now? He'd chop it in half
You
as well.
chop it in half and
No, 2/3
and
a
then
third,
sort of
pardon
enjoy
me.
a third, some
As
sort of
for
arcane
breakfast.
mathematics. I see now that the box, we're going to have to put this in a humidor, I think.
I think these should be
Looked
left
after,
to air.
Yes, we'll pop them on the
Out.
table there then.
How do people in the industry do
I don't
this?
know, yeah, well, they obviously don't do it like that. But then we pop it on the table. We'll allow it to air.
Yeah.
Let's see how. I think it's not bad.
So do you have them in Ziploc bags in the cellar?
Yes,
Well, that's all right then. Wouldn't worry too much about that.
and we're off.
Ugh.
Viewer, this is very much like a sort of Harold Pinter play or something like that. We're going to get our papers in Sidcup in a minute. That's what they do in Harold Pinter plays. They get their papers in Sidcup.
Fantastic.
They're
That's what I like to
papers.
hear. a great size.
And God, it's delicious. Oh, it's delicious.
So they made these up until 2013.
Do you mean they've stopped making them?
Yeah,
Bastards.
Of course. I had one from 2013.
But this is an exquisite cigar.
Or 14, I can't remember.
We've got to purchase more of these. There aren't any left now, are there?
No, that's it.
I remember this was all I could find once when I was in Havana in 1999 when there was the great, the top of the cigar, La Cigar Boom. This is the only cigar that was available in the entirety of Havana, and it was the least, because of course in those days nobody wanted this kind of stuff.
Oh, it doesn't taste at all like how it smells. It's delicious.
God, this is good.
You should keep them here. You don't need to worry about transferring them. Keep them in the same bag. Oh, my alarm's going off. I'm bidding on something. What's it telling me to do? Is it stopped filming? Start it up again.
This is the kind of multimedia life that we live, isn't it? Really, here we're busy running all sorts of businesses from the global headquarters of Falks and Sons here, the Hovel.
That's very good, isn't it?
Feel free to write to us at Falks and Sons, care of the Hovel, London, the ancestral Hovel, if you must.
Such a great size.
It is. So what I mean, and also what's amazing for me is, first of all, it reminds me of the 1970s. When you see pictures of people in the 1970s, they're normally wielding cigars like this.
You got the people. You got like kind of Roger Moore and Michael Caine. I guess on occasion Sean Connery. And I saw some great pictures of Mr. Zino Davidoff in the 80s smoking a cigar, the 3000, which I don't think is all that dissimilar in.
What's the 2000? What's the 2000? What's the ring gauge of the 2000?
That's like a 44 gauge or something.
Is it?
42.
Okay.
I know, it's a behemoth.
Behemoth compared to this. This is brilliant. This is like smoking a reed.
But a reed that draws like a pencil.
It's a pencil that draws like a reed. It's fantastic. It is amazing. I mean, this is absolutely. I mean, this is part of what we are tasked by His Majesty's government to do, is to bring you the latest in totally unavailable, unpopular, no longer existent. I mean, this is like the Jurassic Park of cigars, basically, isn't it? This is like we've sort of just stumbled upon dinosaurs walking around. I feel it's 1999 again. It's pre-social media.
You probably bought these in 2014 for a tenner a cigar,
if that.
It's so good, isn't it? But you know, these used to come in. They came in 50 cabinets.
Oh no! I wish I got one of those.
I know, it's a great shame. And when did they start banding them? Early 2000s or something.
Yeah, early 2000s. I think about 2000. I don't know. So the viewer will correct us, but I would. My guess would be 2007.
Do you think we'll get told off for wearing sunglasses indoors? Although mine aren't. They're prescriptive lenses. Mine are simply.
But are yours prescriptive lenses?
Yeah, they're my reading spectacles.
Are they prescribed to be your lens?
Yeah. They're prescribed to me for me.
You're not a big reader though, Max.
No.
But what is that?
It would aid me in reading the box code of our.
Oh yeah, well I'm wearing mine because you're wearing yours.
Without these glasses, I could not have dated.
But what is that? What is that decoration on the top? Is that
diamonds?
Diamonds are forever, or diamonds are for Trevor.
I read something the other day.
Tell me.
I can't remember what it was, but I did read. And it was good.
You read it?
No,
you read
it.
It
was fantastic. Whatever I read, I liked it.
I read.
Look at that! Such a great profile on that cigar.
I mean, viewer, this is what makes life worth the effort. I think, really.
And to match this 70s cigar.
Yes.
And the 70s boots and the 70s.
Oh yes,
jacket.
It's Product Corner. Product Corner. Here we are, brought to you in association with some second-hand 70s watch.
Second-hand. We love
Roy
a bit of second-hand.
Roy King, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I'm getting carried away here. Roy King viewer. Roy King made watches for Roy Castle, the well-known trumpeter.
Yes, Roy Castle.
And entertainer. And the Beatles. And who else? Beatles, and he did very early collaborations with Bouès Giraud, I believe.
And he did Mr.
I mean, imagine collaborating with Bouès Giraud.
I mean, I think it's what I aspire to. The Bouès Giraud, are they still going? No, sadly not.
I don't know. I'm more of an aficionado of their vintage production.
We love the vintage production.
We certainly do.
And Mr. It's Not Unusual, they made a watch for him.
Tom Jones.
Yeah.
He's my hero. I model myself on Tom Jones.
And they made...
Having been born in Wales, I find myself ineluctably drawn to his character.
But this is a good one. This is 1970 something or other. Let's have a look.
Can you read the hallmarks on that?
Oh yes, of course.
It's like viewer. Think of it as the box code of silver, except slightly more scrutable.
1973.
It's a brilliant year. I mean, we're smoking a cigar from 1999 that really belongs in the 1970s.
Yeah.
You're wearing a watch from 1973.
What happened in 1973?
Quite a lot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Remember any
None of which I can remember. I think they might have tried to go to the moon again or something. There might have been. There would have been strikes in Britain. Oh yes. I mean, Britain was trying. They probably had lots of general elections in Britain. Maybe Ted Heath was in power. Maybe he was having a battle with the miners.
All that stuff, and then they made this watch.
The power cuts in the 70s. Viewer,
Shopping by candlelight.
Shopping by candlelight. All you needed in those days was the happy times. You know, a Davidoff 3000 and some industrial unrest, and off you went.
But this, you can buy this from me, and I suggest you do that. And I need all the funds I can get to learn to read. I find it very difficult. As I'm sure you know.
We're giving this a little break, viewer, and we'll be back. I warn you, we will be back. Well, I don't know. We were talking about how it tastes. We're back, by the way, viewer, in case you hadn't noticed.
I was saying it doesn't. It's not get that kind of, because I've had some Punch Nymphas from the late 80s, early 90s that have really had that kind of musty flavour to them, which this doesn't have, which I think is preferable in my eyes. Still, it tastes like aged tobacco, but it doesn't taste like old tobacco. You know what I mean?
It's got this. I'm doing the Partagas tasting
Partagas
panel
factory taste test.
Tasting approved manner of testing the aroma. It's very delicate.
Very.
And that's what's good. I mean, I did write about this in the book that I'm sure is in every household in England by now. The Slimmest, the Du Gourmet, this is already out of date when I read it in 2016, is a superb example of what a long, slim 33 times 6 3/4 stroke 170 millimeter cigar can be. It ages spectacularly. Well, I think we've ascertained that. I discovered it when I ignited one from the late 1990s. Well, this is what we're doing here. It was a revelation. I think, again, we can concur. The time smooth flavors were apparent from the moment the flame licked the end of the cigar. God, I was on a roll when I wrote this.
Hey.
Instead of that initial burst of liveliness that may or may not settle down after a few puffs, I had this wonderful scent of toasted almonds. Did we get that?
Yeah, that's about right.
Warm, nutty character.
Oh, 100%, yeah.
Then it developed a fullness that's out of place in a slender cigar. Not so much.
Maybe we haven't reached that point yet.
Yeah. And then there was a faint hint of cracked pepper crept across the palate.
Cracked black pepper
Yes.
or
Cracked black pepper.
fantastic.
There was body structure and a characteristic that I can only describe imperfectly, sort of biscuitedness that I used to experience with a good champagne. The last third, we haven't got there yet, so it's irrelevant. I said, it is not the strongest cigar I've ever smoked. Think of a glass of rosé taken at lunch on the Côte d'Azur. Not that I take lunch on the Côte d'Azur very often, and certainly not with a glass of rosé anymore.
Only on weekends.
It is a complete cigar in that it developed, changed, and revealed different facets of its character over the course of the half hour I spent in its company. Well, you can't say better than that.
Half hour?
Yes.
Should have taken a little longer with it, I think.
I know, it would have been more respectful.
You smoke very quickly, though.
I can do, if necessary. Not as quickly as sherry.
Yes, well, I mean. So,
In conclusion, oh, I'm getting some of that cracked pepper.
to conclude, in conclusion, it's a very good cigar, and it's a great size, and it draws perfect. Oh, we've just ashed on the floor. Don't tell your wife, my mother, my grandmother's daughter.
I trust you will not be telling her either.
It's a great size.
We've got the bird here, the bird. We've got the bird, which was my birthday present last year. Beautiful bird.
Let's talk about the outfits. Come on.
Let's talk about the outfits.
What you got?
I've got my, in sympathy with you, I have my midnight cowboy boots,
Hey.
my Clint Orms belt buckle and belt,
Ah.
which Freddie is now homing in on. I've got Terry made me this tweed, and I had him put this ludicrous yoke on it because I felt it's sort of 70s for sure, the sort of gun patch, but with also a sort of slightly American shirt, sort of like a rodeo shirt overtone to it.
Rodeo.
Brunello denim shirt. We can't have enough of those. No one can have enough Brunello shirts.
I think I've got one of those.
They're brilliant. And a Ralph Lauren, as we say, or Ralph Lauren. You know what is this? It's like a longhorn, isn't it? A longhorn there. With my slide here, my bandana slide.
That's very good. I don't have one of those.
No, you don't. I might have to get you one for your birthday.
That'd be nice.
So, I mean, really, viewer, we have everything but the pony skin suitcase from Midnight Cowboy.
Yeah. I know we're missing out.
And next time
Freddie's quite ill at the moment as well, so he could be Ratso.
You know. Oh yes, he would be Dustin Hoffman, correct?
Yeah. I'm walking here.
Oh yeah.
What have I got? I've got these shoes of ostrich. Apparently, ostrich is very, very resilient leather.
Oh, it is very
one of the most resilient there is. So
ostrich. I have actually some ostrich made from the skin of the ostrich leg. I have a Fallon cigar case.
You do, yeah.
Virtually indestructible.
What a world, eh?
I mean, literally, you could. I mean, in nuclear blast, that would decimate is the wrong word, viewer. Decimate was a punishment meted out to 1 in every 10 soldiers in a Roman military unit. So it would destroy everything except my Fallon cigar case. So it's great. It's good to know that in the event of total Armageddon,
my shoes and your cigar case will be all right.
Yes. They would, and there would be something to enjoy, viewer, if I survived the after effects of the explosion. I could sit back, put on your ostrich.
So the ostriches will survive.
The ostrich, no, but the skin might.
Okay, fine, yeah. And then I've got these 70s Wrangler jeans.
Wrangler,
I guess.
That's what's going on. I think wasn't that the advertising slogan?
I don't know, maybe. And Van Huysen.
That's a proper shirt.
Proletarian.
Is that called? It's called the Proletarian.
I've nicknamed it so.
But I love the way that you've got a toning handkerchief in your outside breast pocket.
Handkerchief. Oh, this is. What is this? Is this a Brunello?
I think
it's a Brunello Cucinelli.
I mean, that's quality and class.
I keep the label on just to remind myself.
Just to impress people when you walk in the street. This is Brunello Cucinelli.
And they say it's made of
fabric.
Yeah, and the VAT number is.
And I mean, there's so much information, and it's so good that you can now read. So I taught him to read in the interval.
Seta, silk, soir, sede.
He reads in many languages now. He reads
Sijde.
And what's it saying? What's
Konpana. Hedvabi. Matase. Wink.
Isn't that what?
I won't even attempt to pronounce.
Are you speaking Wookiee or something from Star Wars?
Wookiee. That was Russian.
That was not. We can't have Russian spoken, unfortunately.
Turkish.
Let's call it Turkish.
And then you've got the Japanese and Korean and the Chinese and the.
I'll teach you to read Japanese next time.
No, it's the Middle Eastern at the bottom as well. But anyway, made in Italy, and then I've got this piece of crap sports jacket, which is probably my favourite jacket. This is indestructible, just as our ostrich.
What's it made of?
Plastic. It's distinctive clothing. It's called. That's the brand.
I mean, and it does what it says on the tin. I mean, you know, those lapels alone.
It is made of. I'll tell you what it's made of. High
quality garment fabric.
Size 43/64A, 42. And don't know what it's made of. It won't tell me. But cardboard or plastic.
It may be a melange of the two.
And it's good though. Look at that.
Maybe it's made from that rack concrete that they're so worried about.
£15. You know what?
You know that rack concrete they're so worried about. That aerated concrete.
Oh, what?
You haven't been following the news, obviously.
No. Apparently, there's soldiers on our streets as well.
Yes,
I didn't know that either.
Yeah, but that's not because of the concrete, nor because of your tweed jacket, nor because of your sports jacket. But anyway, viewer.
Roy King.
Roy King, and then the glasses.
Oh, these are my friend Nico. Oh, we must shout out Nico Eyewear, NT Eyewear, Nico Thompson Eyewear.
He's
a dear friend of mine.
Is he a scion of the dynasty that invented something else, or is he just like a regular guy?
Why would he need to invent anything else if he made?
Well, wasn't he? Oh,
he's third generation optician.
Ah, There you are. You see, that's what I was groping for, viewer, in my own clumsy way.
He sources and repurposes glasses to suit my needs.
I wonder where he sourced those from. Is it telling you?
These are Gianfranco Ferre.
Oh, wow. That's proper 80s. Let's go to the cigar.
Do you know Gianfranco?
Gianfranco Ferre.
Was he? What was he?
Very popular in the 1980s with the younger European gentlemen.
Oh, fantastic!
I mean, that was very good. I mean, you could put a pair of those on and walk into Miami, and they'd call you Crockett and Tubbs.
Oh, we need to do that next time.
We need to do the Miami Vice with the sleeves rolled up.
Theme. Yeah, do you have a suit like that?
I've probably got a suit
we
like
need. We can bring the stuffed crocodile up from down because he has one on the boat. Do you remember?
Oh yeah, where's my stuffed crocodile? It's in my office still.
We'll get that next time. And then we can play that theme. Remember you told Freddie to buy the theme tune in the charity shop, and Freddie's like, "Oh, this might be good," and it was a load of crap. He bought it on a record. Do you remember? He brought it on a.
It's brilliant.
Yeah, played it and was very disappointed.
I mean, the 1980s alone. I mean, people were writing essays on postmodernism about that show.
I mean, it's
the title sequence alone was exceptional.
It is appalling, but we must do a Miami Vice themed show.
Yes, I suppose we must.
We can even get fake cocaine.
No, we're not getting fake cocaine.
All right, real cocaine.
No, I'm not getting real cocaine. No. We're having maybe we'll have a Bible class instead.
Oh, dude, that's just.
Maybe we'll have readings from the King James Bible.
Well, anyway.
Or maybe readings from Milton, from Paradise Lost and Paradise Regained.
Or now that we've perked
maybe
up,
some Browning monologues. Maybe a Browning dramatic monologue. The medium, Mr. Sludge, or whatever his name is.
Gosh,
the Last Duchess.
I don't know what you're talking about. I should really know what you're talking about. I've got no idea. I haven't read since I was.
We're going to devote a lot of time to these exercises in future.
Yeah.
But right now, I've got to go and conduct some journalistic endeavor. Max has got to purchase a bunch of stuff on the internet, and Freddie's got to edit this car crash of a video into a gleaming Rolls-Royce Phantom of a television.
You're a
entertainment.
Genius. You should be a writer.
Maybe I am a writer.
I've ashed on the table.
Oh no. Okay, listen, viewer. I think we're all getting a bit carried away here. So the cigar, if you can find it, if you can find this cigar, viewer, crawl on your knees over broken glass to acquire it.
It's the best.